Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lessons Learned. Oh, hi. I didn't even look in the mirror. I threw some stuff on my face this morning and was like, yep, that'll work. I don't even know. Oh, how's everyone's Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to have Emoji J hop in a second. He's going to do the introduction. I try to give folks a couple minutes to get here so that they can kind of see it. And did everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving? You're stuffed. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Lessons Learned. All right, I've got these. All right, we're good. All right, Jay, I'm going to let you in. You guys, if you're interested in being on this show, Emoji J, the one I'm about to let in the box, is the man to reach out to. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and got to enjoy their turkey and everything. I would like to start off by saying thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all of the favorites and the gifts to come, because unfortunately, I can't stop to acknowledge all of them during the show. So please understand, I see them. I see you. But I can't thank you in that moment every time, right? Good morning, Miss. Hello, hello, hello. So the only guests I allow in the box are the guests that are on the show. And I don't think that either one of these names ring a bell. So please do not request the box. So the next time I have to remove you, you will be removed permanently from my stream. Thank you. I would like to remind everybody before I get into anything else that none of us are professionals, right? None of us are. Okay, hold on. I will stop for that really quick because I am so grateful for this thankful wall. It's not even funny. Each one of those hearts is what someone is thankful for. So I'm not a professional. My guests are not professionals. We simply had a lesson in life that we learned, hence the name Lesson Learned. And we are just here to share it with you. You never know who's going through what and who it might help. So remember, we stay positive. I have a zero bully tolerance over here. Zero. One time and you're done. You're out. There's no warnings. There's no, please don't do that again. You're gone. Okay? Reason number one being, this is my show. I make the rules and it's great. So I can tell you what to do or I can remove you. Also, because if it was easy for all of you to tell a story about your life, to share it with hundreds of people, you'd have already done it. But it's not easy. So be nice and be respectful. Where are my guests at? Can I see you in my stream? Let's see. What else do we have to tell you guys here? The middle of a segment. Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, there's Sarah. The middle of the segment, we'll be doing a little bit of self-care, self-love tips and questions. I'm gonna just a minute here. We're gonna do our Q&Q, which we begin every week with the Q&Q we ended from last week. Okay. Again, like I said, Emoji J, he'll be in the comments there. He is who you want to reach out to get on this show. It is, I love this show. I learn something every week, even if I can't completely relate, which is rare. I can usually relate with almost every story that we talk about. And you just, you take what resonates and you leave the rest. What am I missing here? I think that's about it. So I know we had, hold on, you guys. I am literally the most unorganized and just hot mess express today that I could possibly be for you all. So I apologize. I've not had the best couple days. But that's okay. So we have 2 folks on today, and I'm going to let them tell you what their stories are. It's great. I know I seen Sarah. Where is Ty? I don't know what your screen name is on here. I was looking to see. There you are. Now see if I'd have just seen that picture, I'd have recognized that. Y'all handsome. All right. Anyway, so Q&Q. Back on track, Lily. Woo-saw, Lily. Come on. Okay. Now, I need you guys to answer this in the comments. Otherwise, these are pointless. And I've not been getting as many responses and communication with these as I was hoping. So we're going to hope that they pick back up, or we're going to have to find another couple minutes here in the beginning. But what I do is I end with a Q&Q. The quote last week was, all life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. What if they are a little coarse and you may get your coat soiled or torn? What if you do fail and get fairly rolled in the dirt once or twice? Up again you shall never more be so afraid of a tumble. What would you attempt if you knew you couldn't fail? Thank you for all of the gifts, everybody. Thank you for being here. I know that time is probably the most precious thing you can give to somebody. So, everything I could possibly do, I'm doing. There you go, Mick. I don't know about everything, but, a pilot, artwork, lottery, making clothes. I bet you could do that, Quinn. I bet you could do that. If I knew I couldn't fail, I think I'd want my own homestead. Like I would want my own, like I don't, world peace would require everybody pulling their head out of their derrieres. I almost said a bad word. And I'm not sure that that's quite possible in 2022 or 2023 or anytime soon, because people are just not so willing to accept others these days. We're going to leave it at that. So if you guys are not on my show, please quit requesting my box. The second time you request, you will permanently be removed from my stream. All right. So I think that's probably where I go. I would want my own homestead. Like I want to have just my own place, have my own self-sufficient farm, like, oh God, whoever I end up with would have to be okay with the whole, like, taking the animals and turning it into food. Cause I don't think I could do that part. That's the only part of that I don't know that I can tolerate, you guys. I just want the family to be Gucci good. As a hobby farm. See, I am obsessed with one day, maybe not a fully self-sustaining farm, but I would give anything to be able to grow all of my own food and to raise my own animals so that I know what is going into my body. And besides, fresh ingredients make such better food. I don't care who you are. I said what I said and I mean it. Anyways, Sarah or Ty, it is up to you two. I do not mind. I don't know if either one of you have somewhere you have to be. But I'm going to have one of you request the box. Oh, what time is it here? Oh, yeah. One of you might as well. Ladies first. Oh, my Leanta. I had already told him that I can't thank everybody for all the gifts because it's a featured show and I'm not allowed. So I guess I'm going to say that one more time. For those of you that are new to featured streams, I cannot acknowledge everyone's gifts in the moment they're being given. So please understand, I do appreciate every single gift that is given. I appreciate and more so respect your time and just thank you for being here. All right. Are we ready to introduce Sarah? Because I'm ready. Remember, be nice or you're out. No playing today, guys. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for being here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So let's dive into this. Let's tell these guys what we're going to be talking about today.
About my experience trying to please everybody and trying to be liked by everybody. Basically, that's what it is.
I think we've all attempted that, right? Especially in school age. I carried on
Right.
with that. I carried on with that till a few years ago. I was.
Me too.
My whole life I thought if I could make everybody around me happy, that it would make me happy because they're happy.
Right.
But not one of those people looking back stopped and was like, what can I do to make you happy? They took and they took and they took and they took until there wasn't anything left to take. And then I was like, well, so yeah, I'm excited to see where you go with this and how, you know, kind of how you were able to conquer it. Cause I still struggle with certain situations. I won't lie. I still struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it? What was your situation, or maybe like a moment, I guess, where you realized that people pleasing wasn't necessarily always going to work?
It was actually right before I turned 30. I'm 36 now.
Okay.
I'd always try to please people, make them happy, and actually don't look for myself. I didn't try to make myself happy. I tried to make other people happy, and they actually took advantage of me. Yeah, it was kind of when finally I hit that point where I had said, okay, it's enough. People just use me for everything too, for money, for my time, for basically everything. And at one point, I just had enough and said, okay, I can't do this anymore. I needed help back then. I needed somebody who is there for me, and everybody just say, oh yeah, no, I don't have time, I don't, that's your problem, that's not my thing, you know. So, and at this point I was like, maybe I did something wrong the past years, for forever actually, because I started that in school. I thought everybody has to like me if I do them a favor, if I try to make them happy, basically, they're gonna like me. But sadly, it's not that way. Sadly.
Yeah. So what do you think? What was your either like your first step or you think your biggest step in learning to make yourself happy?
When I accepted myself how I am, for who I am, that's
Right.
basically was the biggest thing. Was like, hey, wait a minute, I have to love myself first. I have to make me happy, and why I shouldn't be happy with myself, how I am. I mean, I'm a big girl. In school, I had my problems, you know. People are mean. Even the older ages, people can be mean. And but at that point, right before I turned 30, I didn't let it get to me anymore. I was like, why would I care what you say? Somebody I don't even really know
Yeah.
like that.
I
Why would I care about that?
Yeah, I think I I didn't learn this till much later in life than you. I'm 41 and I'm going to say that I in the last 2 years have really stopped with my people pleasing, because it exhausted me, for one. And for two,
Mhm.
why was I making it my job to make everybody else happy when all of those people at some point in my life have told me it's my responsibility to make myself happy? And I was like, And for whatever reason, it took a really long time for my brain to actually process that. Um, I don't know, part of it was maybe an excuse to avoid some of my own issues because I couldn't fully love myself and accept myself, right? So in helping other people, I was able to avoid what was really going on here or here, right? And I know
Mhm.
that all of us have been there before. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
but I think I definitely made that more of a completely unnecessary crutch in my life that actually did damage more. But looking back, in a way, I'm almost glad I did everything I did, because it's made me who I am today. So I can't say.
Yeah, I don't think that I regret what I did, but when I look back to the people I did it for, it's like, hmm, hmm. I still catch myself sometimes to trying to make everybody happy. I still sometimes it's just I'm falling back, and then I'm just like, hey, wait, no, stop, stop.
Yeah.
You don't need
Well,
to do
and
that.
especially on here, because you find yourself involved with certain groups, and then for whatever
Hmm.
reason it falls apart. And not even that things are or bad with anybody, you just,
Hmm.
like in real life, people, they
Yeah.
distance themselves from one another. It's nothing's wrong. You run into each other, oh my god, hi, how are you? You just, maybe you move to a different state, even different city, whatever. And but I think that since I've focused on myself and doing what makes me happy, I've seen, I shouldn't say I've seen, I feel a lot more positive. I feel a lot more kind of
Yes.
ready to conquer the
Hmm.
day. And I'm almost more willing to help other people, because it's not because I feel like I have to at that point. It's realistically
Hmm.
because I want to. Or maybe I see somebody
Right.
struggling and I'm like, you know what? This person needs, even if it's something as small as a compliment.
Mm.
Sometimes you do
Right.
have to, go and help make somebody happy. But I try not to look at that as people pleasing and more like being a friend, I think,
Mm.
right?
Hmm.
I think so. So yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, real quick.
Sometimes it's
Well,
hard.
it is.
Oh,
It is.
sorry, sorry,
No, no,
sorry. I
no.
don't
You're
want
okay. I paused for a second, so I was gonna do the. Hey guys, you're watching Lessons Learned. This is Sarah, and we are talking about people pleasing and how it's not something that should control our life. Like, yes, we would like to make people happy, and that's okay. That's called being a good friend. But you have to, in a lot more situations, I think, than most of us do, put ourselves first. So, thank you for tuning in. But so yeah, what do you think the biggest difference in you yourself on how you
to. Hmm.
approach things is different since you started putting yourself first?
Um, the biggest difference, the way I carry myself, basically, the way I talk to people. That's the biggest. I'm sorry, my dog.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You know?
Usually my dog's the one barking, but my son is staying with me for a little bit, so the dog's in the bedroom with him, leaving us alone. It's so quiet. I don't know what to do.
Yes, she always wants attention.
And she
Yeah,
deserves it. It's okay.
yeah, yeah. The way I carry myself, the way I talk to people, I'm not. My feelings not getting hurt anymore so fast. Like
Okay.
before, it was like, okay, I'm trying to help you out, and then you just say one little mean word to me, and my feeling, I was heartbroken. And now I don't take everything so personal anymore. That too.
Okay. Now, yeah, that's
Especially it's
another good point.
mhm,
Is you
mhm.
can't always
But
take what
especially on
people.
here too. On
Especially
oh,
on here.
especially on here, like
You got
being
your
on here.
your keyboard
Yeah,
warriors hiding behind a fake name with a fake picture. Y'all are tough. Get him,
yay.
buddy. Get him.
um,
Ay, ay,
yeah,
ay.
but being on here helped me too. like being on here, starting streaming and all that, that really helped me too with my
Yeah. I feel like when we realize and when we get to the point in our life where we put ourselves first and we don't wear ourselves out for other people, and when we're able to go, oh, I'm glad you have an opinion, but I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's a lot easier to get through these days. But yeah, like I said, I was just shy of my 40th birthday before I was really able to stomach these, because having been a people pleaser for so long, to not bend over backwards for people and to do it for myself was so uncomfortable. Did you feel that at first? Like setting the
Yeah,
boundaries with them? You were almost like, what's going on? And it was hard. It was hard to stick to them. But then once you work through that initial first couple times and you're like, oh my God, I've demanded respect. And the people that stay respect me, and the people that didn't are gone. And and you lose a lot. Like, yes, the initial negative is hard, but you lose so much of what was carrying you down that it's almost crazy, right? Like, does that
right.
I struggle with wording stuff. That's why I like having y'all on here.
Or just alone saying no to somebody was really hard for me. Like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you do that and that? Or can you drive me? Can you give me a ride to there? Simple stuff. I cannot. I used to say yes to everything. To everything. And the first couple times, it took me almost a year till I felt comfortable actually saying no.
Yeah. I think so when I started trying to say no, instead of saying no, I would rebuttal their question with a question. So they'd be like, hey, can you take me somewhere? And I go, okay, well, where do you gotta go? And they'd say, like, well, I'm just gonna use a time frame. Be like, yeah, okay, so a half hour away. So that's an hour round trip. That's like, so then I talk out loud. That's 2 gallons of gas. That's this many miles. So if you have $20, I can do it, but I don't have any money to cover gas. Well, I don't have any money. That's why I called you. And I was like, and when that started happening, to where they just automatically assumed that I was supposed to do this for them, was my huge wake up call, where I was like, you guys literally think that I'm supposed, I'm a single parent of 2 children at the point of this one conversation in particular, working 2 jobs. You're not working. You're not doing anything. You're single and living in your parents' basement. Why am I digging into my pocket to help you at all?
Right.
If you're not willing to help yourself. It's not that I won't help you, but you've got to help yourself first. I can't save everybody, right? And and so I think that for me, that's kind of how I started, because I couldn't just say no. So I would have to give them things to tell me no. Well, I don't have $20. Well, then I don't know what to say. But I couldn't say no at first, And now I'm like, ew, no, I'm not taking you there. Call an Uber. And they're like, I don't have money for an Uber. Well, then you don't have money for me either. That's what I tell them now. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm like, no. And then, believe it or not, they call me less and less. And I've only had one of these people who apologized and stopped calling me for things instead, and just to say hi. And now guess what? I do things for this person just because. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't ask them for gas money when they need a ride, because they have a medical thing where they can't drive. So, you know what I mean? So you have your ways where you can still help people and see who's true without giving up too much of yourself.
Yeah. I had so many people got mad in the beginning at me because I said no. No, I don't have time. I have something to do. Oh, can you just not just move your appointment, or can you just do it later or whatever? And I was no, and they actually stopped talking to me, like, just because of that, because I said no.
Yeah,
or saying, oh, you never helped me. They said,
doesn't that line
like last right?
Hearing you just say that, you never had it, like it gets you boiling, right? Like,
yes.
Oh, so I would just rebuttal that with, and what have you done for me? And that changes, what have you done for me? And they're usually they'll hang up. they don't want to talk anymore because now now they're the bad guys. So I don't know. Yeah, this is a good topic. Good choice today. Good choice.
Yeah, I just have a few people that actually sticked around that I helped out. I still help them sometimes if they really need something.
Right.
And they actually apologized too and was like, yeah, sorry, you shouldn't make me happy. You shouldn't please me all the time. That's maybe I should do something for you. Can I help you with something?
Right. And yeah, it's a give and take, you guys. If you need something from in this world, especially the world we live in today, you cannot get through this life 100% alone. There is not a lot of things you can do on your own, period. Unless you've got your own self-sustaining farm and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Like you need people for jobs or to do a job. You know, you don't necessarily need the same, you know, you need people to get through life, period. But you don't need people to take advantage of you. So if you are one of those people that expect something from somebody, just make sure you're asking yourself what you're doing in return for all the things they've done for you. And if you're going, I'd start off with an apology and then I'd make it right. Because eventually everybody gets sick of your crap. You know?
Right.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to add to this before I ask you a couple things about like your, you know, when we're going to catch you and stuff like that?
No.
All right. So
I cannot think of anything. Probably when.
What are we gonna find when we stream? When you stream, is your IG and that stuff hooked up to your profile and whatnot? Because can we get to you access your IG through your profile? I haven't looked at your thing yet.
Yes, my IG is in my profile. I stream from Monday to Thursday from time difference because I'm in Germany. I'm 6 hours ahead of it. It's like 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
So most time, I don't feel like it anymore. On the weekends, it's most likely like whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
And opening.
Yeah. It's all right. So we can catch her around 11 a.m. Monday through Thursday Eastern time. What do you do in your stream? How what is there anything like did you do anything crazy? You just good conversation.
Most of the time just good conversation and I have a show too.
Okay. When is your show?
I do the show. It's not featured, so
that's okay. That's okay. When can we see it?
Every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern.
No, so
and
noon Eastern. Okay. Awesome.
It's a game show.
Oh, I like game shows. All right, you'll have to hit me up. You'll have to let me know. Yeah, definitely send me something in the IG. We'll see if we can make it work. All right. But thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you for being here. I thank you. Make sure you guys please favorite her.
Thank you so
much. And we'll check you out. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right,
bye.
And then Ty, give me just a couple minutes. I'm going to do a minute or two on this self-care, self-love. You guys, she was great. So if you missed Sarah, we just did a little run through on people-pleasing, but how you have to make yourself happy first and foremost. Foremost? What was I just trying to say? I don't even know. But first and foremost, you need to be responsible for your own happiness. Yes, we love to make other people smile, and yes, we love to help when we can, but we cannot lose ourselves. No, thank you for being here. You were amazing. That was an amazing message, and I think especially with the holiday season coming up, it is a wonderful message for us to hear and to remember, because I think for those of you that struggle this holiday season, do not throw yourself into any type of extra stress financially for gifts. Bake them something, cook something, handmade gifts. I don't know. But I, for the longest time, had to give the coolest gift and all this and that. And I broke myself every year. And I looked at my kids and I said, you know what? We're going on vacation. I don't know what to tell you. And they were okay with it. So more affordable on my end. And I don't have so much crap to clean up. All right, so Self-care question number 1, what have you done for yourself today? And again, you guys, remember, I want to thank each and every one of you for all of the favorites. I want to thank each and every one of you for the gifts. Unfortunately, during a featured show, one of our rules is we cannot acknowledge all of that stuff as it's happening. My time is dedicated to my guest that's in the box that is sharing the story. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I see you guys, but during a featured show, no offense, but I am about my guests because they are here sharing something very personal with us and they deserve my attention. That's just how I run my show, and it's how we're supposed to, okay? So what did you do for yourself today? I woke up and I baked some cookies, got you just chilling. What else? What else have you guys done today that you did for yourself? I honestly just crawled out of bed for myself today because that's probably the most difficult thing that I'm going to allow myself to do, because I had a really rough day yesterday. So I got up today. I didn't want to do that. I'm not going to lie. I know that my regular people can see it in my face, so I'm not even going to sugarcoat it for y'all. But we're going to keep pushing through. We've got Ty coming up in just a minute, and then any of you guys can message me for what you want to know. But here's not going to be the time or the place for that, right? Cleaning your house before your cleaning service. Millum, you're cleaning your house before the cleaning service arrives. Do you you woke up to do your daily job, sweetie? Millum, I love that about you though, because he's all like, these people are coming and it's a giant mess. So I don't want to give him a crap show. I get it. All right, being that it's the holiday season and too many people are focused on things and not people, my next self-care question for you is, who inspires you? Who inspires you to be a better person? Thank you, Jason. Your girlfriend, your ex, okay. Aw, T says me. J says parents. Free Guy says my son. Okay. Adriana says parents too. The people who survive on the bare minimum. Oh, yeah. It's nice to have a hero for some reason. No, you're fine. I get it. I find bare minimum. Trust me. I actually just started my own business. I'm officially a business owner. And I have no idea in what direction it's going to go. So I've invested every penny in this. So for like the third time in my life, I'm broke as a joke. Invested money, but now I got to make it back. You know what I mean? All right. Second question before we what time is it? Hold on. Actually, yeah. Okay. So second question before I give you 2 tips really quick is, when was the last time that you gave back? When was the last time you gave back? 2 days ago, yesterday. Always. I try to always, even if it's sometimes just like, a lot of the places you go to now, restaurants, like if your total is $7.43, they'll ask if you want to round up to the dollar, the nearest dollar. Last night, this morning, to the homeless gentleman, today, yesterday. I try to at least do, because I'm not gonna miss 30 cents, 40 cents. Hell, I'm probably not even gonna miss $1 here and there. But what I think I've noticed is the people who struggle or who have struggled, even if they may not today, are so much more likely to help those in need. And they're so much more likely to give someone their last $10 because they've been there before. They know what it feels like, you know? I've been there where someone gave me their last $10, and I've been in the situation where I've given my last $10, you know? And when you're on the receiving, I'm sorry, when you're on the receiving end of that and you didn't know how you were going to get milk and bread for your kid, and someone just is like, you know, it's very humbling. And then the only feeling better than being able to go home in that moment and feed your kids is when you're able when you're able to do that for someone else for the first time. Because you know, when that person goes home, their kids are fed and their bellies are full, even if you couldn't do it for a long time. Sorry, guys, you were able to help, right? And yeah, price, it's so expensive, you know. Thank you for the favorite. She locked herself. No, psychopath, that's so kind. Oh, it's sorry. I warned y'all I can cry on this show sometimes. So more or less, you guys, it's happy tears. I had asked, when was the last time you helped somebody? Or when was the last time you gave? And I was just saying how there's been times in my life where I've had someone give me their last $10, knowing that they kind of needed it too, but knowing that I had a little one at home. Man, I messed up the makeup, you know? And I had said that feeling is so amazing that someone thought enough of me to do that. But the only feeling better is when you can do that for somebody else, you know? All right, Ty, you ready to get in? I'm going to give you guys one self-care tip, and we're going to get back to the second guest. If I can get to the tips. Maybe. Being a featured show, I can't really get into that, but you're more than welcome to find me in a regular stream and ask me the same question, and we can discuss it. I don't know that I necessarily have an opinion on it yet, but something that we can do for ourselves, just one self-care tip really quick before I let Ty in the box, is if you're struggling to express your feelings, if you don't really have somebody that you're comfortable with talking to about a lot of things, grab a pen and a paper. And before you shut me down and go, I don't want anybody to read this, grab a pen and a paper. I don't care if when you're done, you stick it in a sink and soak it until all of the ink is just gone, and then you could squish it up and put it in the garbage can, and then whatever. Or if it's nice, you could throw it in a fire. Or if you have a fire in your house, you could throw it away. You could set it on fire. You can just sog it into a log and throw it in the bottom of the garbage can if you don't have access to fire, because I don't necessarily think that fires are always a very good idea. I'm just saying, okay? But at the end of the day, you need to write it out. You need to get it out. Because I left it in here and in here for so long. And it wasn't until that I started talking about it, and the things that I can't talk about, I've written about. Don't get me wrong, I burned all that crap because I don't want no proof of any of that crap. But the fact is, I got it out. I released it. A problem shared is a problem cut in half, even if you just share it with the universe. You have to write it into existence or speak it into existence to make it feel better. I don't know why, and I don't know why, but you have to. Because the more you leave it here, and the more you leave it here, this little problem that's like this, it becomes this, and then it's this, and then it's this, and then it's this, and then it goes boom! At the wrong time for the wrong reason, right? Wrong time at the wrong reason, and usually at the wrong person, right? And then you got to do that whole, oh my God, I'm so sorry conversation with somebody. And I don't know if you're like me, but I hate apologizing because that means I was wrong. And I don't like being wrong. So that being said, Ty, where you at? Let's get Ty in the box. I'm rambling and rambling and rambling. That weed does not belong in your garden, correct? All right, Ty, I just don't want to hit the okay. There you go. Well, I don't. So Ty, my biggest fear is that I'm waiting in a box and someone goes, I'm accepting you right now, to accept me. And I'm all like, oh my God, look at the booger. And I'm like trying to dig it out. Or I got an eye goobie and I'm digging in my eyeball to pick something out. You know what I mean? So I try not to like accidentally do that to you guys.
I was already doing a self-check before.
I was already
before I came on.
All right. Well, let's get right into this. What are we going to be talking about? What lesson has life taught you?
You actually just talked about it.
Okay.
So we're talking about self-love and how to balance it without isolating yourself.
Ooh. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna love this, but this is gonna hit home a little bit. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it's been a struggle. It's still a struggle to this day with me loving myself more, because it's, I don't know, there are a lot of things that I've done in my life that I'm not proud of. So I guess, don't mind me, I'm in the laundry room right now while I'm doing this. So you can hear the washing machine in the background. So it sort of kind of groups everything together with self-love, pleasing other people. It's a whole universal thing, because the biggest issue with self-love is that we try to please other people thinking it's going to help us understand how to love ourselves, instead of taking the time to understand who we are first before we try to understand someone else. But
Can you say that one more time for the people in the back? Can you just repeat that one more time for the people in the back? Listen.
But about
how you have to learn to love yourself and take care of yourself, because that's how you're happy part.
Because I learned this over the last 10 years. When you give more of yourself and it doesn't come back, you have to learn to replenish yourself. Because the more you give to someone, the more you have to receive in return to balance everything out. So it's like, I had found myself giving, and I'm wondering why each day I'm waking up, I'm miserable. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, it's hard for me to be like, what are you doing with yourself? Why are you at this point in your life? Why did you do this for this particular person and they didn't appreciate it? Why are you so giving? Why are you so this? Why are you so that? And I questioned everything about who I was, to a point where I got disgusted with the very person I see every single day. Every single day. And to piggyback off of what was talked about previously and what led to you, I've been homeless. I've given my last. I've went out with friends and seen people in the street, knowing where I came from, but it's like they look at me, why did you just do that? Like, why not? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking what I'm doing is going to help me understand who I am. But you don't really understand who you are until you actually take the time. With what you just said, writing it out, I have literally pages upon pages upon pages upon pages upon pages. I cannot tell you how many pages of stuff that I've written down over the last 25 years. Yeah. That I've decided to actually put it into a book now, which I'm working on. But nice. It helps because when you write it out, you read it. You go back, and I go back and I read it, and I'm like, I remember this feeling. And I'm still learning to love myself. Full disclosure, I've been on this app a little over a year. I got on here August 14th of last year.
Right.
I got on here because a friend asked me to, because I went through a hard time with relationships or whatever the case may be. I'd been single 10 years at the time. But my whole intention was not the intention my friend said to me to get on here for. Once I found out about the live side and I saw all of what was over here, it was more or less an outlet before I got rid of the person that I had to live with for 48 years at that time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
I think the thing when I write and I go back and I read it, and I don't always go back and read what I write. Sometimes I write it, and if I feel better, I just get rid of it. Because when you write, sometimes you write things that you don't even realize you wrote, or you don't remember writing them. And sometimes it's good to get rid of it. And if you don't remember exactly what it was, I don't want to remember it again. Right?
I tell
you
you
notice
that.
Does that happen? I asked you because you say you write. So I don't know if that's ever happened to you.
I haven't. I learned through a therapist to keep the journal, reflect upon it, so you understand who you were then as opposed to who you are now. Because what I wrote, that same feeling came back, but I understood how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Without having to write it down again. Because I had already wrote it, I had already read it, I had already understood it. So
I keep some, but sometimes you have to write about like a lot of my stuff. Honestly, I don't do anything today that I'm mad about, okay? Everything that sits here is from my 20s. And I'm not proud of the things I did in my 20s from all the time. So I don't want it written down in proof that I've done this, but I have to get it out, right? I have to release it. Or not even, I shouldn't even say, because I'm not proud of everything I've done, but I think some of my biggest things are things that were done to me that I don't want out, that I didn't want out there. I've talked about some of it on here now, but when you're first laying it out, and you haven't shared it with somebody,
right,
then I would get rid of it because I don't want someone to read about it. I want them to hear about it when I'm ready.
Right. Absolutely. Because what I learned with that, when we do that for the first time and we don't want nobody else to know about it, because we perceive it as a weakness.
Yeah.
We perceive it as a weakness. And it's a weakness that we are afraid of, because what if we fall back there again? What if for whatever reason, whatever reason, you fall back there again?
Yeah.
So it's like, when I talk about back to the self-love thing real quick, you're half full. You give a little away, you're here. But that person doesn't reciprocate. So how do you refill this? You have to learn to refill it yourself.
Yeah, because we're not the type to go to somebody else to fill it for us.
Right. And
we're not gonna
you can't expect, it goes back to making your own self happy.
Oh, God, what a vicious cycle we put ourselves in.
You can't expect anybody else to fulfill it for you.
We need to stop this, y'all.
There's one word that you've been using that I've heard with you. I do it sometimes and I catch myself, but I learned from my grandfather and my uncle. It's all right to use the word think, because that's what we do. You know what I mean? That's what we do. But a lot of the times when you think, it's because you don't know. So the phrase thinking comes from not knowing. So like, I try and focus on what I know I want. And then if I got to solve a problem, then I got to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, It's a vicious cycle with everything that we do. And I will say this, I've come to learn life is very enjoyable. Life is extreme. As simple as life is as complicated as it is, all at the same time.
And I feel like the older I get, the more I realize and understand that life is what you get out of it, what you put into it. And I don't mean that in like a financial manner. I mean that in the respecting one another and the loving one another. And then I know it's harder to find this day and age. You know, we're not so much watch thy neighbor because we want to protect them, as in watch thy neighbor because we don't trust them, is more, you know, it's not the same. But I like to still not live in today. I like to still pretend like, you know, and honestly, my neighbors here and where I live now are all really respectful, and I'm thankful for that. So we'll throw that out there. But you don't always, where was I going with this? Damn ADHD.
No, I got you. I know where you're going. I'm waiting.
My brain. I don't know. Go ahead. Take over. Get back to whatever you're doing. I forget. I'm all red. I remember. My dog. My dog is super sick. Right? He's over there being weird. So yes.
I believe what you were trying to say is in this sense. It's not so much as in. All right. I'm gonna put it this way. We want things to be peaceful as much as we possibly can in life, right? So when we're balancing our lives within ourselves, we're fighting an internal. Everyone, I don't care how much y'all believe y'all are in control. Everyone has something that they're fighting.
Yeah.
There's a constant battle between. It's a natural force of life. Even the most peaceful of peaceful people are fighting because there's always negative energy pushing the good energy, and vice versa. Yeah. That's why I talk about the balance of when you find a comfortable balance, it takes a lot of pressure off of what you try and do in everyday life. Because between TV, with them putting out so much violence, because you're focusing on violence, they don't show you enough good to balance that out. So you got to go find your good.
The violence, but you know what I think is at this point in life worse than the violence? Everybody posting only picture perfect memories and moments.
I get that too.
I am sorry, but if you have more than one child and you get every kid to look at your camera and smile without rolling their eyes, you are some form of the damn devil. I am sorry.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
I can't do it.
I have pictures of my two youngest. They're not young anymore. They're 19 and 17. But I was looking at old photos, and I get one where one is smiling, and then the other's like,
there's the
butterfly chasing in the picture. No offense, evil butterfly.
God.
No offense,
you know, or to get your picture, you know, your pictures next to, you know, all these incredible one vacations. Okay, well, what about the basic dinner you had? What about the cute movie night in? You know, everybody seems to try to hold himself up to ridiculous standards.
Right.
To try to fit in. Listen, y'all, be you, be boring, because it's actually more fun than you think. You know,
it
like
is.
you don't have to have a lot of money to go on adventures either.
No.
Hike. I've been hiking. It's free to hike. It's free 99. You go and hike in the woods.
As long as you understand where you're going in those woods, you'll be fine.
All right, well, fine. Then I probably should make sure I have my GPS or a map.
Well, not even that. True story.
I need a compass.
True story. And this is the last time I ever went hiking with this friend.
Oh
no. We're going hiking.
You got lost.
No. It's not we got lost. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm from the country now. I'm originally from the country. So I'm like, that looks like a bear's den. Over here looks like there could be somewhere where there's snakes and stuff. have you been out this way before? Oh yeah, plenty of times.
What happened? What happened?
We were in black bear country.
Without a gun either, right? Oh no! Ta-da! No! Oh my God!
Listen,
I would be
this
running so fast.
But this is how I found out though. We saw the baby.
Oh my God! Even worse! Even worse when there's baby.
Right, and that's the problem. Listen. I've never had an issue like that. But playing dead, I'm not even trying to play dead. I'm trying to play gone. I'm trying to play disappearing act. I'm not. No. Listen, no. But yeah, so
He says I'm trying to play get gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm playing. Yeah, exactly. That's the emoji I use a lot on my screens. I do, but yeah, because my father had told me about his stories with that.
Oh man,
because he was up in a tree and a baby bear and a mama bear came walking under because he used to go hunting.
Right.
So he's sitting up in the tree in his tree stand, looking for. He's deer hunting. Here comes bear and the cub.
Nope.
So
I'd be like, shoot, baby, shoot.
oh, and by the way, yeah, that's another thing. How to pronounce my name is like the magic trick, like surprise to die.
Ta-da. All right. So do you think there was like any one moment in life that made you realize this, or do you think it was kind of just over the years of piecing and parting stuff that
because we got off track there because there was.
That's okay. We do it all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly tell you when I found out.
Okay.
Because I used to have a drinking problem.
Me too.
I used to have a drinking problem. I used to drink a lot. When I say a lot. Yeah. I don't anymore. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore. I am 10 years removed from that. I mean, I drink occasionally. I may have something, but there is no more drinking my pain away. When I used to get depressed, I would drink. When something bad would happen, I would drink. Whatever. But the day that I got myself into the final trouble that I got myself into, which cost me my license, which cost me my freedom for 6 months, which cost me a lot of stuff. Yeah. I made a choice where I said, this is not for me, because it took me away. I had never missed a day of my children's lives. Since they were born, I was there today. The two most proudest moments in my life, outside of me graduating high school, surviving the lifestyle that I used to live, and graduating college, is seeing my children born. Yeah. It is the defining moment of my life when it comes to them, and to see them become who they are now. Yeah. So when I missed my son's birthday, and I wrote a letter while I was there, apologizing for not being there, because I never missed a day, never missed a birthday, never missed anything. Yeah. That's when I made the conscious effort to
Okay, breathe.
To be better for myself, even though I still didn't like myself, I didn't love myself still, but it was them. It's still them, even though there's a lot of other things going on, but
Yeah, it's like my son's been staying with me, and he'll be staying with me for a little bit. And we haven't lived together since he was 16. And he said something to me the other day about, I'm sorry about this. And I was like, are you kidding me? We love having you here. We've missed you, Like, it doesn't matter how old they get or how big they get. They're still solid. When we're not around or when we do something that makes them upset, it does crush us, Yeah, I get that. What?
It's fun. It's funny though. The one thing that I was always afraid of growing up, and I'm still afraid of it, even though I did a lot of things. Never got caught. But the first time I got caught, it was embarrassing. And I never wanted to embarrass my parents like that, to let them feel like, what did we do?
Yeah.
So, I still had fun.
I have more fun now because I know that I don't do anything that's going to get me in trouble or regret or feel like crap the next day, don't get me wrong. I'll still have a drink myself here and there, but it's not, not like I used to.
Not even close.
I've got too much to lose. I just, just last week, I'm officially a business owner,
Congratulations.
So, thank you. So it's now it's grind time. It's time to get hustling. And then I'm sorry, making money is fun, especially when it's your own business. This is my second business. The first one was a success. I just lost the property and couldn't find another property to reopen on. But I'm excited for this one. So, all right, before I let you go, and thank you so much for being here. Tell us.
Thank you for having me.
When we can find you streaming, what goes on in your stream? Do you have IG, Snap, any of that fun stuff?
Yeah, I have IG. My Snap is no longer on here, but I have my IG, my TikTok. I'm going to be adding other platforms into my profile because I'm working on a lot of other things behind the scenes. I stream every single day. As a matter of fact, we're in my streaming time right now between the 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. And then I take a 4-hour break and then I come back from 5 to 9 p.m. You can catch, and if after 9, any time between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. and 9 a.m., you might not catch me in stream.
Okay.
But my stream will be going because I do overnight movie streams. I have people that come and sit in my stream just to get their experience points up. So I'll leave music going because I run the OBS software. Okay. I run from that. And topics can be about anything. Every topic is welcome. All I ask is if we are in a discussion that we be respectful and understanding of everyone's opinion, because everyone's opinion is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
And I do not judge anyone based off of what they think. I judge you based off of how you treat others.
Yeah.
And if you treat others with dignity and respect and understanding, you can continue the conversation and continue to visit my stream. If you don't, I will remove you. And I am not, a lot of people that come to my stream will tell you, I am not big on blocking people. Because I've had some of the funniest trolls come in that are now constant visitors to my stream. I've only had one. I had one troll recently said that they were going to block me because they couldn't troll. But
that's they just don't come back after the first time here. Most of them, they can't.
So, but yeah, I'm working on a lot of things. So it's.
All right. Well, we're all excited to learn a little more about you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making us, tear up a little bit more. Only two cries in one day. That's all right.
I will definitely be back. I have you saved as well. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And we will see you soon. You guys make sure you have him favorited. We'll go check him out. And now I'm going to do the end of my stream. And this is where I say again, thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the gifts. Thank you for all of the favorites. And before I get into the Q&Q, I do not do this enough. So let's get this part done. Oh, come on, for the love of baby Jesus. All right, here we go. Good listener, Millum. Gold's #1 fangirl, which is Solo, Simply Sweet, Pickle, Mix, Stony, Chocolate Hope, Andrew, Liz, Miss Marie, Ice, Authentic, King, Molly, Jem, Chad, and Arichara. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But you guys, oh, my Lanta, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I want to make sure that I've thanked every single gifter. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But again, thank you more so for being here and your time. Okay. Here we go. This is a good one for today. If you don't place your foot on, oh wait, no, that one we did already. That was last week's. These are the two that I have to pick from today. Believe in your. Okay, this one. Coffee breaks, cab rides, green rooms. Real growth often happens outside of where we intend it to. In the what the fudge? Interstitial. Why can't they use real regular words in this? Interstitial spaces? Why not intermittent? Why not in the middle? But anyways, what Dr. Seuss calls the waiting place. Thank you, Dr. Seuss, for making me feel stupid. I so appreciate that on my featured show. Anyway, so the question is, in what waiting space did you experience something important? In what waiting place did you experience something important? There's the whole thing, Jay, if you need to. Ready? Got it? All right, I think I held it enough. You can at least get a screenshot from the video. Sweet, thanks. That's Jay. Jay needs that for the thing next week. But you guys, again, I thank each and every single one of you for being here. I'm not sure what I have on the agenda for today, but I'm sure I'll stream at some point. I just don't know when. But you guys, thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. If you guys missed today's show, I mean, Sarah and Tada both. So when I'm like this after a show, that's how you guys know. Nice. That's how you guys know it hit me, because I'm still processing everything that just was said and everything that just went on. And when you have two people who both say so many things that you feel, it's hard, right? Like it brings up so much, but also every time you get, every show that I get through and every guest that I become a little closer with, and just each one of you, just a really quick, just so you guys know, guests, as much as you get on this show and you want to help someone, and just know that each and every one of you has helped me. Whether I can relate to exactly what you've been through or not, just know that every single one of you has helped me in one way or another. Whether it's to be here to help someone else or just to smile. Thank you guys. But I'm going to get off here before I start crying again, because apparently it's just one of those days. But you guys remember, I love you. I believe in you. Never, ever give up on your dreams. And I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.